UFC 268, the co-main event, Thug Rose and Zhang Weili. Thug Rose beat her by split decision in 5 rounds. That was a hell of a fight. She won 48-47, 47-48, 49-46. I'm not really sure how that judge scored it 49-46. Thug Rose did not beat her that bad.
Right.
Weili, she really had something to prove. The way she got dropped by that straight one kick in the first fight. So, I picked her to win the first time because I've seen her fight many a time. She was 21-1 before that fight? She came in with extreme confidence and just got put to sleep with that foot. And she came back out. She cut her hair. She looked like a whole different person. I was like, wait, who the hell is that? I almost didn't recognize her. But, man, she came out. She fought strong. She was making sure she wasn't going to get beat that way again. She represented. But, Rose just proved to be too much. She's so herky-jerky. You can't really place where those punches and strikes are coming from.
Yep.
She's a difficult draw.
100%. This fight was a hell of a slobber knocker, man. And oddly enough, seeing how the first fight went and knowing the fighting style of Thug Rose and also Zhang Weili, I didn't really think it was going to turn out like this. And I know some people say that decision was somewhat controversial, considering that really either fighter could have won that fight when you saw how it was literally back and forth and back and forth. And, Rose was strike heavy all throughout that fight, leaning in and really throwing every punch that she could when she got the chance. And like you said, that's an advantage that she has, is she can be a little wiry, a little unpredictable, a little herky-jerky, and still come out and win fights of this nature, because she took some shots as well. She got popped a few times. She had to defend as well as Zhang did. And when you look at the fact that there were so many takedown attempts by Weili on Thug Rose, but it wasn't necessarily happening. I want to say Weili was 5 for 11 on takedowns, but Thug Rose was 2 for 2. So she might not have went for a lot, but when she tried to match that aspect of her opponent, she was able to get it there. And the fact that these, both of these ladies with everything on the line were just absolutely leaning in, swinging, ducking heads, throwing haymakers, just not backing away from the action. You could see it through 3 rounds of this fight. Zhang was arguably ahead. She was on the way to potentially win this fight. Thug Rose locks it down, of course, in the last couple of rounds. And really, once you had about 3 minutes left to go in the fight, all she had to do was keep her position and really her octagon presence, in order to get this fight underneath her belt. But it was a great fight. Seeing these two just absolutely duke it out. I didn't expect so many punches, so many strikes to be thrown in such a high stakes match. But hey, that's what we pay the money for. That's what we want to see. That is the Ultimate Fighting Championship at its finest. And again, another great fight from a loaded Saturday, Fees.